So today I'm behind the wheel of the 2022 Audi S5, and I wanted to take some time to go through the interior of this thing. So starting as I normally do, from left to right. Over on the left, you got your window switches, you've got your rear mirror adjust. Up top, you've got your door latch, your door locks, and some preset buttons for the driver's seating position. The door has Alcantara right here, and this is carbon fiber, as well as carbon fiber pretty much through the rest of the cabin up front, which I'll showcase when I kind of go through the vehicle. But right here on this carbon fiber piece, you have a bunch of different lighting switches, the different dim level for the gauge cluster. Moving to the gauge cluster, it is a Audi virtual cockpit full digital display. So there are multiple screens and then alternative screens. So up top, you kind of see 4 main pages, and each page has 2 different options. So this is view 1 and that is view 2 on the first page. This is whatever your media you're listening to. So that's view 1, view 2. Whatever your calls are. I have no calls on here, but view 1, view 2. And pretty much the best looking screen on the digital cockpit, or the virtual cockpit, is the map. So you got view 1 and view 2. Now you can customize the virtual cockpit display between different theme options, which I'll showcase when I get to the settings and showcase kind of how you can change them up as well. But how I was adjusting through the different options is right here on the view button. That's how you can kind of get between the 2 different screens and then cycling through the pages. Once you're on a page like this, you can kind of cycle down and get alternative options on that page as well, mostly for the settings screen. And that was how I was going left and right. Over on the right, you've got the heated steering wheel button, you've got your talk buttons, as well as the tuner left and right, and volume is kind of a knob as well. The bottom of the steering wheel features an S branding. Give you a better look at the whole steering wheel. As you can see, the carbon fiber still continues through the vehicle. This is the navigation display, so it kind of features 5 main bubbles over on the side. So if you hit home, it kind of gets you to all of the bubbles. So this is kind of the home page you can customize, but these are the app bubbles. So you got radio, media, phone, navigation, phone apps. This is kind of where your Android Auto or Apple CarPlay would connect. Vehicle, favorites, settings, help, users, messages, legal notes, calendar, news, weather, purchases, and that is it. So just going into some of the screens on vehicle, this is where you can adjust your Audi Drive Select, which I'll also showcase lower on the center console, where you can do that with a button. But going in here, you can switch between different drive modes and customize your individual mode between balance and sport for drive, suspension between comfortable, balance, sport, steering, comfortable, balance, sport, and of course the engine sound between quiet, automatic, and present. Other things you can adjust are your parking aids, lighting, seats, pretty much anything. Let's go to settings real quick, because I mentioned the different options you can switch for the virtual cockpit display. So going in here, you got the virtual cockpit. You can kind of switch it between sport, as performance, and dynamic. So kind of switch it. Right now it's in dynamic. This is the different screens. So you got 2 options, of course. Kind of get that cool bar graph. Sport kind of has 2 bubbles. This is kind of where the vehicle, if you bought it, it'd probably be on this screen. But I like to leave it either in dynamic or the S performance screen. You can also adjust your heads-up display, things like that, system maintenance. You name it, you can change it. Moving from the navigation display, you got your 2 vents, and you got a hazard button in the center. I currently have all the HVAC off, but let me switch it on real fast for this video. So you got your heated seat button for the driver, passengers over here. You can see digital display of what the temperature you're currently adjusting to. It's a dual zone, so passenger can control their own. You got they're kind of like touch sensitive buttons. As you can see, I'm not actually pushing it down. I'll pushing it up, it kind of preps itself for what you want to do. But you can also turn it off, is which I had it. You got down here is the drive select button, so up or down will kind of pop you into the drive modes that I showcased, how to adjust your individual mode. To the right of that, you have the engine start stop button. I like to leave that off. Traction control off, parking assist buttons right here, parking sensor button, and this will turn off the navigation display. Tucked down here, you've got the USB port and then a 12-volt smoker's plug, and over on the left, this is where the engine start stop button is. The carbon fiber continues to the center console, as you can see. You got 2 cup holders, a little cubby spot for like kind of a box cubby spot. I'm currently just holding my gimbal bottom in it. I'm going to kind of jump over to the right. Over here, you've got a actually really great placed volume knob and tuner knob. You can kind of knock it left and right for a tuner for your whatever you're listening to. And behind that, you've got a little cubby spot for your key. I think that's about the only thing that fits there. To the left, you've got your gear lever. So you got reverse, neutral, park, and drive. And then when you knock it over, you can go into manual mode. But when you knock it down, you go into S mode, sport mode. The parking brake is a button up here. Speaking of parking, you have your parking brake latch right here. And it features nice S branding behind the knob. You've got your armrest. Features a charging pad right here, USB C plug right here, kind of a long. You can also take out and clean this one. You can kind of take them out if they get dirty, which is kind of cool. Moving to the passenger side, so it features nice Quattro branding on the carbon fiber over here. You got your glove box. Give you a better look at the passenger door. Features Bang Olufsen stereo system throughout the vehicle. Got that carbon fiber, that's Alcantara. The design of the seats features S branding for the driver and the passenger. The same scheme or theme for the seats goes to the rear. They just do not feature any S branding. The driver and passenger get a sunroof. Sunroof controls up top. But that is pretty much the interior of the 2022 Audi S5. If there's some features that I didn't go in depth enough on, you have some questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below. And I would love to find some answers for you. And if I can't, I will point you in some direction. Thanks for watching.